please go subscribe to our YouTube page, Canadian Talk with Stephan Podcast. We need you down there. Also, we have a website, Stephanjackson.ca, where you'll find the audio versions. As well, you can email us if you got a question or anything you want to see us talk about. CanadianTalkWithStephan@gmail.com. But I'm not American. I mean, I'm pretty sure, he's a real patriot. What are you looking at?
That lovely artwork on the wall.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who made that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. Some weirdo.
Yeah.
That produces a podcast.
It's just in the shot. So right now it is in the shot. Yeah, fucking. This is a podcast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's summer.
It's summer.
No need for my reading socks.
Yeah.
And,
I'm 32 now. Just had my birthday.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
Past Canada Day, we didn't make an episode, which was pathetic, but
Yep.
that's because right now, is it even Canada? I mean, we got Trudeau coming around being a fucking
Nancy.
a little dick pansy.
Dick pansy.
Crazy. First single prime minister we've ever had.
Oh.
What do you think about that? Does it make you respect him less?
Yeah. I don't think he's...
At least he's not fat. If he was fat, I would put him even further below, you know? Have we ever had an obese prime minister? How long has it been?
I think we've had a couple?
Overweight,
but
you
not
think so?
extreme. I mean, if I run, there'll be a...
Good job being ready for the searches. Has Canada ever had an overweight prime minister? Who is the fattest prime minister Canada's ever had? Charles Joseph Clark. He was 39 years old.
And he weighed...
Are there weights on here? Oh, this is just a list. Looks like nobody's made a list like this. This is the kind of list that we need, you know? That's probably, honestly, that tells me that none of them have been fat. But I guess I don't know enough about history. Let's just look at photos. Okay, we're going to scroll down the list and we'll look at photos of the prime ministers because that's what this had here. And like you can see obesity, I suppose. You should have this on your damn phone too so we can do it together.
I'm going to Google something different.
Okay.
Height and weight of the fattest prime minister. How much does Boris Johnson weigh?
Not quite a Canadian prime minister.
I got Donald Trump is really 6'3". How tall is Justin
Donald
Trudeau?
Trump isn't fat. He's not overweight. He's fat a little bit, but he's not overweight. And he's old as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, Paul Martin looks a little bit thick. Jean Chrétien looks good. He's thin. I guess we had a woman one?
Yeah, for 2 seconds.
Oh, she was November to June. So just 6 months.
Yeah.
Kim Campbell, she's very thin. British as fuck. Brian Mulrooney. He's a bit of a heavier gentleman, but again, not fat. Wow. John Napier Turner. Handsome guy. Look at this. Look at... Joseph Charles Clark. Pierre Elliott Trudeau. Definitely not overweight. Lester B. Pearson. You know, John Diefenbaker is... Oh, he's got a big head, but he's not fat.
No, you don't look...
Stephan St. Laurent. Stephan Louis St. Laurent. St. Laurent. I don't know. Who's the youngest prime minister ever? Trudeau?
I believe so. Trying to find that
No,
other
none of them are...
pointed out.
Oh, we got one. Charles Tupper.
Charles Tupper.
1896 to 1896. Oh, he was only prime minister for 5 months. 74 years old. He's fat as
Yeah, I see him.
he's
yeah.
fat as fuck.
He got a little tummy on him.
Oh, and then you look at the one who was before him. Oh man, do they look old?
Mackenzie Bell.
Yeah, holy crap! Look at how old he looks.
Okay, but nice.
Nice beard though.
Yeah.
Nice beard.
What about John Sparrow?
Oh, John Sparrow's fat.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got our first fat man.
What about John Abbott? Who's bigger, John Sparrow or John Abbott?
Oh, John Abbott is just old and he looks like he's just got fluffy facial hair. He's
Okay.
not fat. And that's a picture of him at 70. This is a picture of John Sparrow at 47.
Oh my.
He's fat. So John Sparrow. Wait, David, no. Wait, no. His name is David Thompson. Or how would you even... Why would they list the names like that, you know? Because I guess they remember presidents by their last name, not their first name. But some of these dudes have 4 names. So how do you know what to call... Which one is their first name? Well, I know in the Pierre Elliott Trudeau one, the first name listed was their first name, and then anything after that was middle names.
Yeah.
So, so that would mean that... Yeah, and it works for Lester B. Pearson. It works for John Diefenbaker as well. So that would mean that these guys' names... Oh, there's Borden. Robert Laird Borden. Early 1900s. Wilfrid Laurier. Charles Tupper. Fucking fat as fuck. But not as fat as John Thompson.
Yeah, I think he takes the cake.
I think he does too.
Because he probably literally did.
1892 to 1894. So he served for like a little while. Why are prime ministers serving for so short? This guy, the next guy's 1 year. Oh, and then there's a gap. There's a gap between 1878 and 1891. There's a gap. They don't show the prime minister.
That's a big gap. What happened?
Oh, here it is down here. Wait a second. Nope, John A. Macdonald.
Oh.
Here he is. That's why there's a gap, because it's not in order, because John A. Macdonald served... I don't know if these are all in a row. No, these are... He served 3 terms in a row, and then like 20 years later in the 1890s. So he started in 1867, finished in 1878, and then in 1891 came back and did another term, I think. Something like that. I don't know if I'm reading this right. This is absolute horseshit the way they write this. Oh, and he was John A. Macdonald was our first guy?
Yep.
1867?
Mm-hmm.
He's a funny looking guy.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like...
Has crusty the clown hair.
Yeah, he's just kind of like... This is John A. Macdonald. Just sticks his bottom lip out for some reason. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, it's not Canada right now, eh? What else is going on? I mean, everybody's so angry. But maybe people have always been angry. Like, I went to a golf tournament in Moose Jaw.
Yeah.
And on my way out there, I'm driving out there, and I pull up beside this guy's farm. And his farm was 120 feet from the highway. So we're talking a decent amount backwards. And that's probably an understatement, 120. It's probably more than 100 feet. It's 100 yards. So like 300 feet from the highway. And I pull over, and he's got a decent-sized driveway. But mind you, it has nice gravel on it. Like it's clear that he's put gravel on top of the government gravel, like for his little approach that comes up to his little shitty farm. Honestly, the house was like 800 square feet, bungalow. You can't even call it a farm. It was just a fucking, like a trailer with a foundation on a farm. So anyway, I pull over, and I go to pee. He comes running out of his house with his big dog, screaming at me. First screaming at me to get out of there, and then when he could tell I was just ignoring him, he's like, telling me he's going to call the cops on me and all this shit for taking a pee on the side of the highway. Like, what is happening, you know? Yeah, everybody's so angry right now. And then you know what's so interesting, right? Okay, back to the Donald Trump thing. It's very interesting that the assassination attempt, if it's not staged, would happen in Pennsylvania. Because anybody knows that Pennsylvania, Maine, those areas are considered to be the most bipartisan states that exist. meaning 50% of people are staunch liberals, Democrats, 50% of people are staunch Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
So why you try an assassination attempt there is because you wouldn't necessarily know who to blame. It could have been a Republican who was mad at him. It could have been a Democrat who was mad at him. So technically, Pennsylvania is the smartest place to do an assassination attempt when you think of it like that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then he could come back a vampire.
Oh, yeah? Is that where vampires come from? I guess it sounds like Transylvania or what.
Oh,
Where do vampires come from?
Transylvania. I messed it up. That's their cousin state.
Yeah.
That's when, because, like, there's
It's like
too many
it's
of
like that
them.
show with the kids where it's the upside down.
Yeah.
Transylvania is like the upside down of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
No, but I think
Pennsylvania.
Transylvania is a real place.
It is.
Where is it?
Somewhere in
Europe.
Europe, I think. We should go visit.
Yeah, it feels like it's in like Lithuania.
I want to see Vlad the Impaler's castle.
You buying?
Yeah.
Buy me a flight and then we can go.
I mean, fair enough. Fair enough.
What does a flight to Europe cost? I think it's at least $1,500.
Let me see.
God damn, my nose is itchy. Fucking hell. I need to trim my nose hairs, I think. God.
Didn't you get a nose trimmer for Christmas?
Yeah, I got a nose trimmer, but I just refuse to use it.
Your
I literally
family
pull
knows.
my nose hairs out with my fingers instead of fucking using the machine that I have to do this. Yeah, this is like this is a tragedy right now. I got a very itchy nose. See if I can flare it.
Oh my.
Ugh, there we go. It's a good itch. We're good, folks. Yeah, here we are, episode 91 of Canadian Talk. I'm so fucking happy to be back. It's been 3 weeks. Long time. What are you looking at there? You got some interesting stuff going on?
Yeah,
What did you find?
I would need to have 0 expenses for a full month to pay for us to go.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah.
And that doesn't exist.
And that doesn't even include, because, like, of course.
We should go buy some scratch-offs. See if we can win a fucking lottery. Then maybe we can go to Europe.
You buy scratch-offs. My luck is...
Yeah. I've got good
No,
luck. I've got
you
good
have
luck. So, as you may know, because I told you when we were hanging out off the set here,
Mm-hmm.
I had a bit of a run-in with a homeless person. So I live in a pretty nice area near a university. It's a good area. I rent to students. I'm kind of like a frat boy, like a frat house owner. In a sense, that's kind of what I am. You know, if I was to try to be mean to myself, that's what you could call me. You know, so, but nice house.
Yeah.
All right. And so I wake up. I don't run that often. So that's what's so crazy about stumbling upon this. I do get up at 5 every day, and I go usually, and I'll go out of the house and walk around and fucking look at stuff in the yard. Don't know what the hell I'm doing. I wonder if other guys do that. Do other guys do that? But sometimes I'll go for a run. And this morning I was actually planning to do that, but I was like, let's go back to the garage, hang out for a bit, set my phone down, whatever. So I go to the garage, and I realized that I left my bow and arrow outside. It's outside in my shooting range, in the backyard on a table. And I'm not in the garage yet. So I go and I get the bow and arrow. I come to put it into the garage and drop my phone. And I walk in, I do some stuff. And it's crazy. I didn't even notice. There was a human being, 200 pounds of volume, in the room with me. I didn't even notice. So there was a woman, a large woman, sleeping on a mattress in my garage facing the other direction. But I didn't notice her right away. I did a couple of things. I set my bow down, set my phone down. All of a sudden, oh no, that wasn't like that. I start to leave the garage, and I grab the man door to close it. And as I'm closing the door, I see this person sleeping on a mattress that I have stored in there, and they just tipped it down off the wall. They were sleeping on the back side of it.
Not just any mattress, a mattress that I asked you to store in there. So now I have no extra mattress.
Yeah, luckily it wasn't actually my mattress, so
See, that's what I get for being a producer. You know.
Well, don't have so
Fucked
many
up, man.
mattresses that you need to store. You know.
Well, don't have the spaces to store it in.
Yeah.
Where people
Yeah,
love
I have
to
a lot of
sleep.
storage space. That's what I can.
That garage is cozy. I
Yeah.
don't blame her for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I see her, and I'm like, oh, I'm like a deer in headlights. I'm like, okay, and then I close the garage door and I leave the garage. So at this point, of course, my brain starts going. I'm like, what the fuck? There's a human being in my shop. So, but I think, okay, maybe one of the tenants from the basement. It might be one of their friends, something like that. So I start texting. But then I'm like, then I start really thinking though, like I've got to act fast. And I think, okay, this person was sleeping on the wrong side of the mattress. It clicks in my head. Then I think, oh, that person looked kind of dirty. Clicks in my head. There was no blankets over top of them. Clicks in my head. And then I thought any tenant also that would have let a person stay in the shop would have told me. They would have asked me. They would have texted me, said, hey, just so you know, my friend Jim is fucking in the garage. That never happened either. So I go back in there. I immediately open the door. The person is still laying in the same spot. I grab my bow. I put on my pull, my wrist pull for my bow. And I realize that, I'm like, where's the arrows? Where's the arrows? I realize that all of the arrows are out in the range still on the glass table, which I have to walk around the garage to go get, which is a bit of a long way.
Yeah.
At that point, I was walking out of the garage, and I saw somebody that I knew. They were in the yard too. And I was like, arrow! And they ran back to the table, grabbed me an arrow, gave it to me, and I went straight into the garage, locked and loaded with the bow, ready to fucking fire. So, and this person luckily hadn't moved. But one part of the story that I did leave out is that I woke this person up. When I went in there, so there was 2 visits. When I came out and I said I texted some people, I went back in, woke them up, and said, hey, what are you doing? Like, whose friend are you? And then they tried to push their way out of the garage. And I stopped them. I pushed her back and I said, no, I'm calling the police. You stay in here. And I closed the door. At that point, that was when I was like, arrow. But my bow is still in the garage. I don't have my bow in my hands at this point. So literally, she has all the weapons, axes, everything in the garage. Could smash my TV. Whatever. But luckily, just goes back and lays down. Behaves like a wounded gazelle. At this point, though, imagine maybe they have some experience in like the legal system. Like they probably knew that, hey, I'm caught. If I fight back in any way, it only gets worse. Like assault.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I could probably get her for assault too if I wanted to, if I filed one of those victim impact statements or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, I get the arrow. I go back in there, doorknob in one hand, arrow in the other, ready to fucking poke someone, because that's all I got at that point. But like I said, laid back down after I shoved her back and locked her in the garage. She knew she was caught.
Mm-hmm.
And I grab the bow. I fucking suit up. Bang. And I sit in a chair. Peripherals looking at her. And I called the police. And they came. They showed up in about 10 minutes. And they fucking grabbed her, hog-tied her, pulled her out of there. And I guess brought her to somewhere. I don't even know what they do for a petty break-in in her. I mean, what do they do? Let's look. Let's do a dad joke real quick here. Let's up the mood a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say?
I agree.
Why did the haunted house dislike storms? Because the rain dampened its spirits. Why did the monster see a psychiatrist? He felt abominable. Wait. Is that how you say that word? Abominable. Abominable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, abominable.
My
I'm not sure if I could have spelled that word on its own. Abominable. 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 Spell abominable.
A B O M B.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, not it.
Abomin. Able. Abominable. Abominable.
Oh, okay.
Did you hear about the ghost comedian? He was booed off stage.
Oh, I love little haunted ghost jokes.
What do you call a clever monster? A Frankenstein. What do you call a clever monster? A Frankenstein.
Oh my goodness.
What are ghosts? Why are ghosts such bad liars? Because you can see right through them.
Oh my goodness.
All right, stupid book jokes. We've seen some people this week. We watched Ben on Kill Tony Hay, and we saw some people get fucking booed off stage for doing those type of book dad jokes. You know.
I have a good.
Goddamn tongue. Fuck. I don't know how I'm gonna do 2 podcasts in one day. I can barely fucking talk. Go ahead.
I have a good ghost joke.
Oh,
Ghost
sure
Jackson.
you do.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it then.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. How come monsters don't eat ghosts?
Why?
Because they taste like sheet.
Oh, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I'll give you credit for that one.
Yay.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
What are we in?
yeah, we're 30 minutes in. We're doing pretty good, but actually I guess there was about 10 minutes of blank space at the beginning. So maybe not. What else is going on? Oh, we were going to look up something.
Yeah.
What was it?
I can't remember.
The punishment for break and enter.
Right.
How long do you go to jail for breaking and entering?
According to criminal code, breaking and entering, if the offense is committed in relation to a place other than a dwelling house, of an indictable offense and liable to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 10 years or of an offense punishable on summary conviction.
So I think you can get pretty long in jail. But like if it's not a primary dwelling, which that isn't,
Yeah.
I guess the break and enter is a little less. So 10 years is the maximum sentence. So she may have to go to jail for a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, maximum sentence is imprisonment for life. Yeah. Yeah.
You mean
it's a serious. If it's aggravated break and enter, like you come in with a weapon and with the intent to hurt somebody in their own house,
Yeah.
I think you can go to jail for life, which she did not have.
No.
This was not that case. So, but I would say she'll probably get 1/10 the sentence, probably a year, maybe 6 months. She'll go to jail for a while.
Oh.
That's crazy. It's kind of sad. That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what else is on the list. Also, let's talk more about this Trump assassination attempt thing. So you saw it, right? Or wait, sorry. You saw the... Please go subscribe to our YouTube page, Canadian Talk with Stephan podcast. We need you down there. Also, we have a website, Stephanjackson.ca, where you'll find the audio versions. As well, you can email us if you got a question or anything you want to see us talk about. CanadianTalkwithStephan@gmail.com.